back to Duke Rehab Performance. We're continuing down this progression of hip hinging. We're working on the power part of this series. So we started off with getting the right strength with kettlebell deadlifting. Then we transitioned into kettlebell swings with 2 hands on 1 bell. Then we went to 1 hand on 1 bell. Now we're going to go 2 hands with 2 bells. By splitting the weight between right and left, you really get to see how your right shoulder can stabilize versus how your left shoulder can stabilize. And it's going to put a little bit more demand on all those thoracic stabilizers through there. Because you have 2 bells, you have to go a little wider in your stance so that way you don't hit your legs with the bells. The key part to that is as we get wider in our stance here, if you were to look at him from this front angle, we really don't want to see his knee on the inside of his foot. If we're seeing that, then we know that his hip really isn't on. So what I want you to do, guys, I just want you to kind of spin your feet and try to screw them into the ground there a little bit on it. So now we look, and that's how we know he's got his glutes active. Let's let him turn his glutes off, and there. So the only muscle that's really going to kind of do that are those high hip muscles. You're going to put that in alignment. That's what we're trying to work in these swings, so let's keep them on during the movement. So, come away from the table just a little bit there. With the swing, we're still doing the same exact movements with the arms that we saw before. We still want to see on the way up, we got our thumb pointed up at the ceiling because you're doing a good job. And then on the way down, you're pointing the bell to where you want it to go. So, in this position, we'll have him go ahead and get the bells. And we still want to see the same thing. We want to see that nice V shape, loading the hips there. The bells are staying nice and high in his V, right? We're not letting him hit anything. Perfect. It's a little bit tougher, so you won't be able to do as many, but it's a good way to kind of figure out for yourself how your right side can do versus how your left side can do.